MzeroA Online Ground School, it's day 15 of the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. What's happening, MzeroA Nation? Jason up in the airplane with Jamie. Emergency descent, but before we get that, Jamie, they got to check in.
Yes,
15 for 15. Somewhere in the middle of this video, they're basically like halfway.
Yep.
About the halfway point of this video, they will be halfway. Pretty exciting stuff. So, in emergency descent, before we demonstrate one, Jamie, let's talk about, if you wouldn't mind sharing, and by the way, I'm the talking pilot, Jamie's the flying pilot right now, but Jamie, why would someone do an emergency descent in a 172? Maybe talk airline world first, and then bring it back to a 172 for me.
There's a plethora of reasons why we would do an emergency descent. For me personally, whenever I'm flying at the airlines, a loss of cabin pressure, that's going to be one thing to
Masks
signify.
coming down. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll don our oxygen mask, make sure we can talk amongst the crew.
Yeah.
But other than that, it could be a fire. It could be something where we want to hustle down. We want to make sure that we get down to altitude. If it's that loss of pressurization, make sure that we get down to where we can ultimately get that oxygen again.
Yeah. And in a 172, it's I mean, other than the pressurization, it's similar in a way. If I have a fire, it could be an engine fire, and I need to use some of that velocity to help extinguish that.
Right.
I could have a wingtip fire from a bad light or something along those lines. I could just have a passenger who's not feeling 100%, and I need to boogie on down as quickly as possible. So our procedure in the 172, and Jamie and I have already done clearing turns. You can see we're well out over the coast, so we're in a other than congested area to be safe. We'll discontinue around 2,000 feet.
Sure.
We're at 4,000 feet now. We smoothly bring that power on back. We're going to then lower that nose as we do that, and it's going to be pretty significant to get that nose on down. We're going to push that on down into about the yellow arc, assuming you're in smooth air, and we are in smooth air here today, and we're going to initiate kind of some shallow turns just to dissipate some of that energy. We're going to get us on down. We are pegged at 3,000 feet per minute down right now. Ears already popping.
Oh, yes.
Working our way back, kind of just these shallow turns. And something else to teach too, Jamie, let's say it's our right wingtip on fire.
Yes.
I would give it some right rudder even, kick that flames back away from the fuselage. Don't encourage it towards the fuselage as well. So just different scenarios, different things. How are the flames coming out of the engine, right? Cast them away, not onto your windshield, because this is just plexiglass. You don't want to be burning that up too.
Absolutely.
You have even more problems. Here comes 2,000 feet, discontinue a little bit before, so we catch that. And what I like to do is just bring it back, get to where everything sounds normal again, and then we bring that power kind of back on into the equation. And just like that, 4,000, 2,000 feet, well, we should have asked Ray to start a stopwatch, right? Like, that was pretty impressive to get on down. In emergency descent, so vitally important to understand and why you're doing it. We gave the example, wingtips on fire.
Yep.
Well, don't turn to the left and throw the flames into the fuselage. Just slip it on down and keep that wingtip away as much as possible. Engine on fire, yes, it could come out of the center, but typically it's going to come out of one side. So cast that side kind of away from the fuselage, away from all this, and get that thing on down and get it extinguished. But the thing about an engine fire, it's really twofold, right?
Sure.
You're shutting down, you're trying to extinguish the fire, but since you shut down, now you have an engine failure. Like it's a buy one, get one kind of emergency
It really is.
from that standpoint.
Yes.
So just these things I need you to be thinking about. But listen, check in down below, 15 for 15. Let us know, when's the last time you did an emergency descent? That's not a maneuver that's practiced a lot. That's why it was so important, I think, for us to share that here today. Jamie, some great flying. Leave Jamie a great comment down below as well. In the meantime, have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your day. And most importantly, remember, the good pilot is always learning. We'll see you guys tomorrow.